member for Calgary-Buffalo, followed by Edmonton-Strathcona.
Talk about conversions on the road to Damascus. Congratulations to the government on cancelling the provincial achievement tests for 3, 6, and 9. Parent, teachers, and students and the Alberta Liberals have been calling for this for 25 years, but I guess it's better than spending 40 years in the wilderness like Moses. To the Minister of Ed, even with this good news, there's still big problems in our education system. Due to budget cuts, our Calgary high schools will have an average of 38 kids per classroom. Does the Minister not recognize this far exceeds the recommendations in the Learning Commission report of a decade ago?
Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I'm glad the honourable member agrees with the direction of the government. We've been making some incredible announcements this week and last week. Obviously, Calgary was a very happy city when we announced 9 projects of capital last week in Calgary. And then this week we've had announcements throughout the week that are transforming the education system, from dual crediting to high school flexibility programs to digital diploma exams, to the great announcement today of student learning assessments to modernize the standardized assessments that are so important, and something that our Premier promised to do, and now we've delivered.
Honourable.
Well, things are so bad at Edmonton Public System, they're facing a $53 million shortfall from where they would need just to keep services as they are. Instead, they're going to have to cut educational assistance for special needs students, have fewer teachers in their classroom. That means larger class sizes, and even cut music programs. Is this really what the government promised just 1 year ago in the election campaign?
Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, there's no question that this is a tough budget. No one's ever said that it isn't. We've also pointed out that education is one of those ministries that the Premier's gone out of her way to protect, and it's obvious to anyone that actually looks at the budget and compares to the different ministries that that's the case. We've gone to great lengths to look elsewhere, first to make sure classrooms are not impacted, Mr. Speaker, and to make sure that the base instructional grant for every student is going to be the same next year, and every new student coming in the system gets funding. So we've looked at it. We've eliminated administration. We've eliminated some of the funding in maintenance and transportation and the AC programs that are important things, but they are not instruction in the classroom. So we think that Alberta has the great tools and we have the funding to deliver fantastic education.
Honourable member.
Looks like I was getting fed a bologna sandwich for lunch there, Mr. Speaker, but given the lack of predictable, sustainable funding for our K-12 system, Edmonton Public is considering putting a specialty tax on the next civic election ballot because this government breaks its promises. If this government is too gutless to raise revenue, despite all evidence that is necessary, see comments by Ted Morton if you guys don't believe me. Will this minister return full taxation powers back to the school board so they can properly do his job?
Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, school boards do have the ability, and they always have had the ability, to requisition dollars from their constituents if they go to plebiscite. So the Edmonton Public School Board is certainly welcome to do that, and if the parents and the citizens of Edmonton wish to do that, then of course they have that local power to do that. There's other things, other places we can look, and I know in Edmonton one of the areas is the capital. We've got a tremendous amount of excess capacity in the capital in Edmonton. There's 35 schools at under 50% capacity. There's literally enough space in the city of Edmonton or the Edmonton Public School Division to fit the entire Edmonton Catholic School Division. There's a lot of places to look to make the system more efficient, Mr. Speaker.